We live in a truly global world, where so much of the stuff we buy has traveled thousands of miles from farms and factories to our homes. This global trade is just a reflection of our modern lifestyles. But for the fashion industry, this global trade has existed for thousands of years. Europeans have been using cotton from India for over 2,500 years. By the middle of the Industrial Revolution, the UK was importing over 60 million kgs of cotton from all over the world, including the southern states of the United States. Global travel is nothing new for the fashion industry and your clothes. But in today's fashion industry, you might be quite surprised by how far your clothes have traveled before they reach you. Take that old cotton t-shirt that has been sitting at the back of your wardrobe for years. It might say on the label that it was made in a factory in China or Bangladesh or India, but to get that t-shirt from the garment factory to your home involves an ocean voyage of thousands of miles across the Indian Ocean, around Africa and Western Europe before it arrives at a UK port. But this is only part of the t-shirt's journey. Its journey starts a long way before the garment factory. To make the t-shirt, we need to knit and dye the fabric in a mill which could be hundreds or thousands of miles away from the garment factory. And to knit the fabric, we need yarns that are produced in huge spinning mills that could be in a different country or even continent. And the cotton fibers used to make the yarns could have been grown in one of over 80 different countries around the world. The cotton fibers, yarns and fabric all have to be moved from one factory to another by truck, ship or even an old cart. But your t-shirt's voyage isn't just about international travel. At each and every stage of manufacturing, there are intricate little journeys within the factories. In the spinning mill, the cotton goes from the blending rooms to the carding machines, and then to the comber and to sliver production, before it is put on the ring frame to be spun. Fabrics are being constantly moved and rolled and unrolled as they are moved from one machine to another before it arrives at the garment factory. And here it goes from the cutting tables to banks and banks of sewing machines, and then to printing presses and ironing tables before it is finally packed, ready to be loaded into the container for its long journey to your local store. But the t-shirt's journey doesn't finish with you. What will you do with that old t-shirt once you've finally decided you don't want it anymore? Are you going to send it on a new journey by donating it to charity or selling it to someone else? Or will you condemn it to slowly rot in a landfill site? It's not just the materials that cover thousands of miles in the name of fashion. The people who work in the factories and mills also do a lot of traveling. Millions of people travel vast distances, leaving families and their homes behind to go work in the factories and the mills that make our clothes. Some of these workers have traveled thousands of miles in the hope they can earn enough money to support their families and have a decent livelihood. So when you buy your next t-shirt, just think it might have traveled more miles and has been to more countries than you have. And it might have been touched by workers who have traveled thousands of miles to make your clothes. Wouldn't it be great to learn more about the journey your clothes have taken and hear about the people who have made them? Cotton Hidden Stories.